It is time. It is finally time to start talking sports in the GAC once again, and we get to talk about basketball today. It's the countdown to tip-off, and our series begins this year in Alva, Oklahoma. We get to speak today with the head women's basketball coach of the Northwestern Rangers, Coach Tasha Diesselhorst, in her 5th season in Alva. And Coach, first off, it's a privilege to get to visit with you. I'm so glad to get to talk about basketball today. How is everything going in Alva?
We're ready for basketball too. The people in Alva have really missed it, so they're excited to hear a ball bounce in Percival again.
Yeah, I actually, prior to this broadcast, I got a little bit of a field trip, a little bit of a tour through Percival, got to hear the ball bouncing, got to see some practice going on behind you, and I have to tell you that was absolutely fantastic. I'm ready. I'm ready for January to roll around and get to see some basketball on the court actually getting played. Uniforms on besides just the practice uniforms. Coach, last year, just outside of the tournament field, you all finished 9th in the GAC, just a little bit outside. And you look back over the season, it probably was that run to start the final month of the year. They're 1-4 to open the month of February. Take us through that and how that leads into this season.
Yeah, I think we just didn't finish the season as well as we wanted to last year. That start to the second round of playing everybody got us kind of in a hole that we couldn't dig out of. I thought we did really well the first time through, but the second time struggled a little bit. It's crazy. We ended up with the most wins that Northwestern had in the Division II era, but still short of our goal in making the tournament. So we've definitely made strides, but I feel like every year we've been kind of on the fence of making the tournament in that 8-9 spot. And that's just something we're looking to kind of get over that hump and make it a every year staple that we're in the GAC tournament.
13-15 overall last year, 9 wins in conference play. And again, just trying to get past that hump and get on to the next round. We're speaking with Tasha Diesselhorst, the head women's basketball coach at Northwestern, as we count down to tip-off here in the GAC. Coach, a couple of familiar names I did want to mention. Bailey Brown comes back for her senior season in the top 10 in Northwestern history in scoring and rebounding and so many other categories. I want you to talk about her also, but then, some familiar faces that we've been used to seeing for a long time will not be on the roster this year. Kalia King, one of those, and it seems like she's been around for at least a decade or more. The first time in a long time we won't be calling her name, but talk about those two players.
Yeah, Kalia has been here since I was here, so not having her on the floor is something that's a lot different. I will say I'm really glad that the conference loses some of those familiar faces too from some opponents that I'm really looking forward to not seeing out in a uniform. But we'll definitely miss her with our guard play. We actually have another senior that graduated last year, and Jakiria Ote, who's currently our grad assistant right now, and she's just been invaluable with being around and helping some of our younger kids kind of learn our system and grow. So we're glad that she could stick around and kind of be in a different role. Bailey Brown coming back for her senior year. Again, Bailey's a kid who's just been so consistent in our program since she stepped on campus her freshman year. We are so excited about her senior season. She's been a great leader for us, teaching all the new people our system and how we do things here. And we're just excited to see Bailey do what she does. Her name, like you said, is all over the Northwestern record book and will continue to be, thanks to COVID. She may get even more opportunities to write her name in that record book, but what a great kid to have around. We couldn't be more excited to have her back for next year.
That's a valid point. And I was looking at the records, by the way, and thinking, I don't know if she's going to get up into, Alice King type numbers, Tanita Drain type numbers. However, you get another opportunity, maybe so.
You never know.
But you do have Bailey coming back, but so many new faces that are going to be a part of this team. A number of juniors, lots of freshmen, a bit of an anomaly. No sophomores that I've seen on the roster. But talk us through some of these new players.
Yeah, I think we have a good mixture of some juniors with some experience and then a great freshman class that we feel like is going to come in and have several players that will make an immediate impact. We also have a post player in Maya Johnson who was actually with us last year, but setting out due to eligibility rules, who got to be familiar with our system last year, but just couldn't participate in games. So we're really excited about her. We've got some good guard play in our point guard, Kess Reeves. She was a junior college transfer from Murray State that we're really excited about. We also have a talented group of freshmen. We've got a post player in Kaylee Jo Neely out of Wellington, Texas, comes from a great high school program who's used to winning that we're really excited about. We have another freshman guard, Lizzie Shepard out of Veneta, Oklahoma, that we expect to play quality minutes. And then we got two sisters on the roster this year from Kinsley, Kansas. Scout Frame is a senior who has had the program, and we're really excited to see the impact that they can make. So if there's ever a year, I guess, to have more practice and not games, this would be the year for us because we're so young and new. So I think it's been really good to see this team grow since we got here, and we've really used those extra days to prepare them for conference play.
Well, Coach, then conference play gets underway just after the turn of the new year, and we'll be in 2021 finally. I'm sure for a lot of folks that will be an exciting number to talk about. But January 7th, you have a couple of games that start there in Percival Fieldhouse, 3 of your first 4 at home. Take us to the opening of your schedule.
That's great. I don't think we've ever had that since we've started. We've almost always started on the road. So we are so excited to start in Percival. And I think that's important too, with kind of a young new group who's not familiar with the conference, to let us kind of settle in at home before we take off on the road. But knowing the teams that we'll face, the Oklahoma Conference schools, just all quality teams with quality coaches. I can't imagine playing everybody 4 times. This is going to be a coach's duel back and forth to see what we can change up every night. But it'll be some good basketball. You can guarantee that every night for fans that are going to tune in, that it's definitely going to make all of us better. Playing each other so many times. We're just looking forward to competing and growing throughout the year.
Tasha Diesselhorst, the head women's basketball coach for the Northwestern Rangers, whose Rangers are picked 6th in the Western Division of the Great American Conference for the 2021 schedule. Coach Diesselhorst, success to you this season. Thank you for taking time with us today as we count down to tip-off in the GAC.
Thank you.